On a show with the Everyman Project that men can be vulnerable, that men can have feelings, that men can cry. So it's okay to be weak.
Nobody cares about when you do that and there's like muscles there. Nobody cares about that. We don't want to see that.
If you are listening, Andrew Tate, you are weird.
I'm gonna find you and peg you, Andrew Tate.
Dude, you suck. I hate you.
362.2 pounds.
You've heard of hate speech. Well, Tate speech is spreading a toxic cloud through schools. Sajida.
Okay, so how teachers are re-educating boys brainwashed by Andrew Tate. Now, if you don't know who Andrew Tate is, he's a terrible misogynistic man and we don't like him.
Top G's coming back. He's the only one who can defeat this. Now is not a time for cowardice. We have the cigar, we have the Bugatti, we have everything. Now is the time for counterattack. To some degree, it does matter. It does matter, and I'll tell you who it matters to. It matters to your soul, and it matters to God. I stand in the mirror with a pure heart. I know I am the best version of me that could possibly ever exist. I know that God is proud of me. There's nothing that God hates more than sloth and laziness. If God were to create a man, and that man were to sit around and do fuck all, God will frown upon you. It's why you're never lucky. If you're listening to this and you think I'm never lucky, I'll tell you why, because God dislikes you because you're fucking lazy. Start to work. Start to show God the beauty of his own creations. You'd be amazed how lucky you'll become. Wow. God is unhappy with these people. And inside their hearts, they're unhappy. We talk about depression, anxiety, all those things you mentioned earlier on in this podcast. That comes from self-loathing. You loathe your own weakness. You loathe your own laziness. This is what all of these things are. I don't feel depression. How can I feel depression when I'm the most powerful version of me that I could ever fucking be? How can I feel depression when I can squeeze my own hand hard enough to break my own bones? How can I feel depression when I've smashed and destroyed 68 people's faces in front of me? Men who thought they could test me in fair combat. How can I feel depressed? It's impossible. Depression is not real. Feeling depressed is real. So you can feel depressed, but you feel depressed, and that is a natural biological evolutionary trigger for you to change something in your life. That's your own mind telling you you're unhappy about X. If I went to jail today, I'd be depressed because I'm in jail. I haven't caught depression. I don't have a disease. I'm just upset with my situation. Yep. I have people message me all the time. I'm fat and I can't get a girlfriend because I'm depressed. I'm like, no, you're depressed because you're fat and you can't get a girlfriend. Do you understand? This is the point, right? So for a lot of people, your life is depressing. A lot of you out there, you're sitting there, you say you suffer from depression. You probably live a depressing life. You probably live a depressing life. So if I was you, I'd be depressed. But if you were me, you'd be happy. Do you know what could solve depression for most poor people? $1 million in the bank. Yeah. Boom. So how is it a disease?
We have a men's mental health crisis. Young men are disenfranchised. The suicide rate amongst men is much higher than women. And everybody pretends to care. But when I come along and say, I am a man, I've been a man, I know how it feels to be a sad man and a happy man, and I found happiness through masculine achievement and strength. Through working hard in the gym, through dedicating myself, through building a life worth living, through taking care of the people who I love, both male and female, through becoming financially successful, through sticking up for myself, through having opinions, through being a man of honor and courage. When I do these things, I'm ostracized and they're attempting to destroy my life.